Hey everyone, just wanted to tell you guys real quick that I currently have a poll going on about what the next playthrough on my second channel will be. I have two choices of the game. It's either Borderlands or the Sly Cooper trilogy. The poll is in the description down below, so if you guys like gaming videos and you guys want to take part in that poll, please click the link in the description down below to take part in it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the video. Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. Now if you've been following me for the past couple of months, your head has probably been spinning from the amount of projects that have come out of VidBit Future. Well, guess what? Your head's about to spin a little bit more because another project is coming out of VidBit Future. So get ready for the backstory of all of this because it's gonna be kind of confusing. So the story goes like this. After VidBit Future ended, AM, JP, RedExec, Voxel, and the owner of VidBit all came together to make one big video sharing website called NeoVid, and after a huge staff fight, NeoVid essentially ended. And after NeoVid ended, AM and JP went on to start their own project called Flow and Flow TV, whereas RedExec and Voxel started their own project called Base 64, which the short description that RedExec first gave to me was essentially the better version of NeoVid, which never came out, never even got the chance to come out. But apparently it is supposed to be a better version of what NeoVid was supposed to be. So after I messaged him about what it was, here is the quick rundown that he gave me. This is exactly what he said, actually. I said, just message me what you were going to say in the call, because he was going to talk about it to me in the call, but I couldn't quite call him that day. And he messaged me this: what do you know about Flow? Flow isn't entirely supposed to be like a YouTube clone. I know what I'm about to say is going to roll some eyes, but there is another project coming. It's been in the works for a few weeks. I won't tell you too much, but I'll tell you two things. Its current name is Base 64, and me and Voxel are the heads of it. Our interests are not to fill VidBit Future, VidBit's, Zipcast, or any other junk site's shoes, but it's to give creators a comfortable place to stay. We also have a helping hand by AM, but he is not an official staff member yet. But keep in mind, we are making progress, and as soon as people show interest in the new project, I will give more information, screenshots, and news. Now, all of what I just told you happened a couple weeks ago, and in those couple weeks, RedExec has not shared any new information about Base 64, so I just decided real quickly a little bit earlier to ask AM if he could give me a brief rundown on what Base 64 really is, just really quickly. And AM's brief description goes like this: a video site, I think, but it's a confusing mess at the moment. Now here's what I hope for Base 64. I do hope the Base 64 gets off the ground and actually does become the comfortable place for video creators to stay, like RedExec is promising. Now the thing about this is, in the past 6 months or so, I've become a lot more skeptical with alternative video sharing websites, because they either shut down or the user base completely dies. And after seeing all the different failures of some of these video sharing websites, I am trying to come to a conclusion myself as to why all of these sites end up failing in the end. No matter how successful they are at one point, no matter how much of a community they build up, or how many videos get uploaded there a day, eventually it all comes crumbling down. And that is currently the one thing I'm trying to figure out as to why it happens. So whatever may cause all of these video sharing sites to fail, I do hope that Base 64 does not do this. And currently I think one of the biggest steps that kind of needs to happen right now for more people to start trusting Base 64 is, like I said about this whole Zipcast reboot thing yesterday, is for RedExec to be more open to his users, or not even to his users because the site's not up right now, but to his fan base, to the fan base of Base 64, about what is going on behind the scenes. The main reason that AM and JP did not share any information about what was going on behind the scenes about VidBit Future was because of fear that Lewis would steal their ideas and use it in the Zipcast reboot. But now with Lewis gone and the Zipcast reboot being nowhere in sight, we don't have to worry about that anymore. If AM and JP can be as open to their fanbase as they are now about Flow and Flow TV, I can guarantee you that RedExec and Voxel can be open to their fanbase about what is going on with Base64 behind the scenes. With all of these video sharing sites dying, I feel like it's a big combination of things that eventually lead up to the sites dying, but I think one of the biggest reasons could possibly be the fact that the owners are never open with their user base about what's going on behind the scenes. If you don't let your users know that a new update is coming that could change the site, or that a new development has happened with the site that could grow the user base, or possibly do some good or some bad to the site, then the users either A, don't have a reason to care and the user base doesn't go up or they don't stick around, or B, the user base will end up getting angry because of the sudden change that's happened to the site and will leave. It doesn't matter how big or how small the site is, it has always happened every single time. Think about what happened with Vidbit. The owner would usually let people know when updates were coming, but as soon as he stopped letting people know when updates were coming and just started putting out the updates, the site didn't seem as excited about the updates, and the user base started to dwindle down a little bit because no one had a real reason to stick around because they weren't really getting excited by the site itself anymore. And I think one of the biggest examples of this is YouTube, when they make one big sudden change onto the site and don't tell their user base about it. The user base ends up getting angry, and then, you know, the whole boycott with YouTube starts. And I'm not talking about the ad boycott. You remember the Make YouTube Great Again movement and how a whole bunch of people moved to VidMe? That is why. They don't let their user base know about when a big change is coming that could possibly change the whole dynamic of YouTube, and when that whole dynamic changes without the user base knowing, then the user base gets angry and they leave. Doesn't matter how big or small a site is, if you don't let your users know about what's going on, people will leave. So RedExec and Voxel, if you're watching this video, there is my top tip for you. Take notes. Look at how all of the other video sharing websites ended up failing in the end, and take notes of it so that you can see where to take steps, so that you can see where to go and find the steps necessary to avoid that from happening. And please be open with your fan base. But anyway, that'll be about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe to become a crafting lord. This is Crafting Lord 21, and I'll see you guys in the next video.